Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great Saturday. I'm sitting here in the worship center as we're preparing to gather once again for worship tomorrow in person. I cannot wait for that. It has been way too long, and I look forward to seeing everyone who is able to join us in person for our worship gatherings in the morning. We are wanting to do our best as we gather to follow the guidelines that have been handed down to us by our state as we have entered into phase one of the reopening process. We want to, first of all, be obedient to the governing authorities over us as we've been instructed in scriptures to do. But also, too, we want to do our best to provide the safest environment possible so that as you come, that you will feel safe physically in order that you can focus totally on what the Lord wants to do in each of our lives spiritually. And so with that said, things will look somewhat different. And as you'll see as we go through some of these, I want to highlight and show you, as we go through these, you'll see that some of it goes totally contrary to what we've emphasized as being important over the years as far as fellowshipping together, congregating, spending time, building relationships, and all of those wonderful things that we hold very dear and believe are very important. But we're going to have to refrain from some of those things for the time being, hopefully for just a little while. But for now, we're going to have to do things a little different. For the first and foremost is that we're offering 2 different worship service times for people to come and gather in order that we may stay within the guidelines of what we're allowed in our building for each time that we gather. So we're going to have a 9 o'clock and a 10:30 service. We have put it out there on our Facebook page. If you would please let us know which service you plan on attending. We're trying to keep both as even as we can in order that we don't go over the numbers that we are allowed. And we're pretty close to our max in both of those services, which I think is an amazing thing. It's great that so many people are ready to get back to worship and are able to come. With that said, we're also offering, though, the Facebook Live online on our River of Life IOTA group, as we've done over the last few weeks. For those of you who cannot or choose not to come, if you are elderly, if you have any underlying health conditions, we would encourage you not to come. If you are a parent, a family that has little ones, babies or toddlers, and knowing that we don't have nursery or children's church tomorrow, and you choose to stay home, we absolutely respect that and understand why you would do that. And so, but for those of you who can and are willing to come, we are excited about tomorrow. And so when you come, you'll drive onto the parking lot as usual. Our parking team will be out there and will park you. And as you come in, though, you'll see the front doors will be propped open to where you won't have to touch any door handles. And our greeters will not be at the door greeting you as usual, but they will be at a table in the foyer, and there will be hand sanitizer on the table available to everyone who comes through. And then our ushers will assist you in seating you. Our chairs, you'll see when you gather in here that the chairs are spread out 6 feet apart with the number that we are allotted, which is 75 per worship service. And so our ushers will help seat you as you come, whether as an individual, couple, family, or whatever. So we'll help you find a seat. And it may not necessarily be where you normally are used to sitting, but I think that'll be okay. And then we'll have our worship time, and we're going to try to limit our service down to about an hour. Then when it gets down to altar call time, we'll not have our normal altar call where we'll call people to the front. But if you are in need of counsel, prayer, salvation, etc., we have counselors that'll be set up in the youth room and in the meeting room, and they will meet with you there if you are in need of any of those services during our altar call time at the end of the service. During that time also, we will not pass the offering bags as usual. We'll just continue to keep giving like we've been giving, and I've been so grateful for your faithfulness in that area, by the way. And I want to ask that you would just continue to give the way you've been giving via PayPal, through mail, or also when you come tomorrow, we will have 2 tithes and offering boxes. One will be in the worship center. One will be on the welcome center, either as you enter or exit the building. And so you'll have the opportunities to give that way as well. And so when the service time ends and worship is over, we also ask that you exit out of the building promptly as for the early service, so that our second group can come in when the doors open for them at 10:15. But also, even after the second service, we are asked that we do not congregate for very long, and so we ask that you exit the building promptly as well. And so, again, I know that some of those things kind of go against what we hold dear as important to us, but that's just something we have to do for the time being. Also, the restrooms will be open and available, but we do ask that you only use the restrooms if necessary. But if you do need the restroom, the doors there also will be propped open. But for the men's restroom, there'll be a partition placed right outside the door in the hall, as to maintain the privacy for our men there. For our women, even better situation for them, there is a door to the restroom from the Little Ripples classroom next door. And so we'll have that Little Ripples door from the hall into that classroom propped open. And then we'll have the door propped from that classroom into the ladies' restroom with a partition there as well to maintain the utmost privacy there for our ladies also. And so, again, I know that some of that is going to be a little tedious. Maybe some of you feel a little overboard and unnecessary. But, again, we want to adhere to the policies handed down to us from our governing authorities. But also we want you to feel safe as you gather for worship. And so, with all of that, again, it'll look different. But at least we get together again. And so I am very excited to see all of you who can come. Those of you who will be worshiping with us online, please continue to like or comment, check in. Let us know that you're there with us, and because we do miss you, and we're glad, though, that at least you'll be able to join us online. And so we'll put some of this down in wording on our Facebook page. Also, we'll post this on the YouTube channel as well. And so we just are looking forward to it. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow. And we are believing for a great, great day and a great move of God among us. And so to Him be all of the glory and all of the praise. And church, I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. I love you. God bless. Have a great day.